to the Grizzled Survivor Show. Today we're up here by Globesville Landing yet again. I told you that we'd be coming back here on our last journey, and so we're back. It's going to take me a little while, though, to get to the area that we were previously at. But I just wanted to show off the beautiful view of the mountains we have today. It's a perfect day to be out exploring. It's supposed to be very hot today, 71, which doesn't sound hot, but when you're wearing all black like an idiot like me, it gets really fucking warm. But the cloud cover's moving in. It's about 60-something degrees out here, I'm guessing. Just a perfect day. So once we get a little bit further up here, I will turn the camera back on. Over there is Globesville, where we've been before. And then this bridge takes us towards the stockyards where we were at last week. So, it's like a really interesting car over there with like the side taken off. And then we'll have to go exploring down there towards that smokestack. That's not the goal today, I don't think. Because I just really don't know where that is or anything. Alright, we're going to continue, and I'm going to kill the camera again. Just to put it in perspective where we're at right now, you remember that from last week. And then over here is the bridge. The bridge that doesn't go anywhere. The one that goes to they used to go to the stockyards. Just to give you a perspective of how we're looking here in Globesville. It's a very industrialized area. Go vegan, save the world. And the funny thing is, oh, the murder house. Well, you know, I love me a good murder house. And over here, they're butchering up some machines. I don't think when the robots take over, they're gonna take too kindly to that. No, I'm joking. And there's the stockyard bridge there. So, if you watched me last week, you should kind of get an idea where we're at. We're to the west of the stockyards there. There's the bridge that doesn't go anywhere. Alright, I'm killing the camera until we get further up. Today's adventure properly begins. There's Denver. We got some motorcycles passing by us here. And then you got people down there, which is probably where the cops are headed, to go talk to those youths down there. So we will see what happens, but we are going to continue our walk this way. Normally there's a lot of cops on these, even riding their motorcycles obviously on the greenway, because of so many homeless people in this area, you know. Uh-oh. And so, you know, it kind of pays off for them to patrol up here, honestly. Might put a damper on our exploration plans, though. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they're just moving in a northward vector and they're going to ignore us. So this was about as far north as we made it last week. So those cops are continuing north. They have no interest in us as urban explorers, and they had no clue we're honestly urban exploring. They're probably just patrolling and it's easier to do so on motorcycle, although it certainly announces the fact you're coming to everybody. I don't really want to be out here trespassing if those cops decide to come back. Well, we're only going to go over here, and then we're going to turn and leave this prohibited area. Because I don't like how exposed we are right now. Well, so much for being silent in here. It's like a little marsh here. A pond with really stagnant, gross water in it. There's our Cherokee-looking reactor. Let's take the low road. Alright, you've got whatever this is down here. Alright, looks like we're getting up into the cemetery now. There's like a tunnel. Wow, this guy was in the Civil War. His tomb is nice and sealed up. That didn't even look like a tomb. It looked more like a tunnel. Alright, so maybe up here we'll actually find a road that'll reconnect us with the Platte River Trail. If not, we'll wait till that car leaves. We'll just book it back down that way. So there's the little marsh area we just came out of. Really not prepared for urban exploring today. I'm like still in my work clothes. But whatever. At least I don't have any qualms about getting dirty. It's one of my favorite areas that I've found down here in Denver, Colorado so far. It's just so quiet here. I mean, like this cemetery is very scenic. As you can see, also with the industrial stuff in here. I mean, it's really hitting my goth industrials, you know. It doesn't look like this road really goes anywhere, but man, what a view. I mean, that's just beautiful. This is almost like being out in the wilderness. However, it looks like we're gonna have to go clear back down to this road here, like clear down there, to get back over to the Platte River Trail, which is fine. I was more interested in urban exploring by that little shack with the graffiti there. It's over here by the cemetery. You know, it looks like a witch's house or something from the distance, like a shack where some demented person would be practicing black sorcery. So there's those officers again. They're making their way back down this way. So it was really good for us to be done down in that area there. There's like a bigger scope of where we were just at in those marshes. There's the reactor, and then here is Denver, Globesville, Commerce City area. We're like North Denver. I think we're not really in Globesville anymore. I'm not sure how big Globesville actually is. And I'm not sure that we're in Commerce City yet either, folks. But this is just going to reconnect us with the trail down here. And so I'm probably going to kill the camera to conserve battery power. When we get back to where we branched off the path, which actually isn't very far from where we're at now, I'll just turn us back on. Oh. Yeah, cops always stress me out. It's not like I'm doing anything implicitly wrong, but I am urban exploring, kind of wandering into some places that might maybe theoretically be no trespassing, perhaps, you know, in an acting sort of way. So I don't really like the police to come by, because then it's like, well, just got a lot of explaining to do if that happens. Can we get to the trail from here? Are we stuck in the cemetery? Huh. There's like a river between us and the cemetery here, or a ditch. This must be the Burlington Ditch. And I would go in the ditch if I thought that there was an access point on the other side. There's really not. I think my ass is too big nowadays to fit through there. Okay, I guess we have to go back this way. How interesting. Going through the ditch would have been frivolous anyway, see? And I honestly don't think that this is the Burlington Ditch that they refer to on the sign. I think that this is just a drainage ditch that they built here because this area, obviously being along the river, prone to flooding. But how do I get over to the trail here? Hey, at least those cops aren't here right now. They definitely would wonder what I'm doing. Like, I'm trying to get back to the trail. See, it looked like I could go here. But I don't think I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to get over that without getting lacerations. Fine, whatever. I know for a fact that further up here we'll be able to exit because we were in this area just a second ago. So I know there's a exit through the fence, but they don't connect the cemetery with the trail. I mean, makes it hard for us photographers to get around. However, it did allow us to achieve a full exploration of this little fenced off area, so really not much need to come back. For something like that, there's a little bit of risk involved. I'd rather just get it done in one shot. Okay, so here we are. Going to tie my shoes, get my bearings, and we'll get back on film. I don't think I turned the camera off that whole time. So I'm sorry if you guys had to stare at the sand for a while. I guess I could probably edit it out, but generally I don't do a whole ton of editing on most of the footage that you see. So I'm pretty sure that this is the Burlington Ditch and that is the Platte River. And you're going to see that there's like a whole little community that lives along the river here. And obviously we're not going to be very intrusive upon them. There's literally like 100 of them and only one of our crazy survivalist asses, so there's that shack. And let me tell you folks, there's a waste treatment plant up here. And this area, smells fucking terrible. There's the river. Pretty sure where the river chambers off into the ditch. And the last time I came up here, there's a big thing on there that said crime scene, do not cross. Not the last week we were up here, but the first time I ever came up in this area. And it's enough to make you wish that you get a gas mask up here. So here's just a view of the river. And now maybe the cops were patrolling to make sure that no one's living by the river, but the last time I was out here, there was a thriving community down here. And that is the unfortunate side effect of all the homelessness that you find in Denver, is the fact that a lot of people are kind of forced to, but see, it says not public, turn around. They definitely don't want you down there. And that's probably what those cops were doing, in all honesty. Just patrolling, making sure that there was no one in that area. You got like a teddy bear hanging from the trees there. Obviously the remnants of the people that lived there before. What are those? Nothing. All right. There's like some sort of metal sluice down there. You can see this area was recently pretty habitated, really. The sluice there. Yeah, I mean, last year when I came up here, there was literally 100 or more people camped out down here, and now there's no one. I mean, that's pretty creepy, kinda. It's like being in the wilderness here. And then look at that over there. It's like a big scrap pile right by the reactor. And if we were playing like we were stalkers, that would probably be, if it was that close to Chernobyl, it'd be really radioactive. That's like a junkyard over there. There's some cars. See in the scrap. Hey, at least we're not like the homeless people. We have an excuse for being down here. We're photographers. We're photographing. We're out here on the sandbar. It's like a whole junkyard over there. And like a cement factory right next to it. And a big ass camera on a pole. So obviously, going over there, despite not being very difficult, not a good idea. Boy, we got quite a fucking climb to get back up. My arm. Oh, shit. Oh, I totally thought that was a person over there. See it? But it's not. I was like, well, there's still someone down here. But apparently not. Yeah, they really came down here. Swept everyone out. It's like they don't want them to sleep by the river. I mean, I'm telling you, there's people here. Look. You know? When I turned and I saw that, I thought there was like a person standing there for a minute, like looking at us. Alright, well I tell you, this area is cool and everything. I'd like to get back up to the trail. People ask me, Ian, you know, you're a pretty skinny guy. How do you get that way? Well, that's how. Okay. So there's the cemetery. There's the shack. There's the water tower. To kind of give you an idea of where we're at. Oh, the area is closed. Okay. I'm so sorry. Now I know it's closed. Strangely, though, it doesn't stink as bad up over here. Looks like a weird anomalous tree down there. It's like a gnarl. who's seeing me. Okay. Don't see no trespassing right here. Look at that anomaly. Right down here with only the crows and no other people. It's fucking eerie. It sounds just like the game Stalker. It looks just like the train. Get flashbacks, man, of my Cherokee trip. Alright. Man, forget what I said about it not being very hot today. Whew. There's a cool tree over there. Thought I heard someone. Which, I mean, there's bound to be people out here, but it's just so quiet. It's actually quite startling in this area when you see an actual person and not just some weird, twisted plant life or the native animal life. Even the ditch looks kind of nasty. It doesn't flow naturally like the river. And in this area, the river itself, as you saw, very stagnant. Because of the runoff here that the city uses. And now for those of you that are my friends on Facebook, you'll recognize this area here is where my cover photo was taken. The first time I ever came to this area. We on the show have never been here, but I have indeed been down here before. There's like a, I can't tell if that's like an island in the fork of the river or if it's just the other bank. All I can say is I really hope that I'm close to the bus. So if I have to walk back, it's going to be a long walk. We are very far from my side of town. I was already far away when I started. And then I've progressively gotten farther. So there's the Cherokee station, which is a point I've said I've always wanted to get to on my show because of this resemblance to Chernobyl, at least superficially, you know. You've got those stacks there. Obviously, you know, not near as big or really as impressive, but certainly fits the allure of our show. And now, I feel like I need to address in this video that there's a lot of people that tell me, but Ian, Stalker isn't post-apocalyptic. And I do get that. I understand that the game is not a post-apocalyptic game. The rest of the world outside of the zone is fine, but the game itself has every element of a post-apocalyptic game. Survival, survival skill. You have to survive. You have to, it's the same fucking thing as Fallout, pretty much, guys. It's very obvious that the people that wrote Stalker were very influenced by Fallout. Look at the Gauss gun. So I like these power poles here. Oh, yeah, we're about fucking cameras losing power. And so, in the actual Chernobyl area, a pile like that would generally be something that's radioactive, that's been buried. It's cracked earth. Let's climb the pile, shall we? Oh man, hey, there's a seashell up here. There's lots of seashells up here. Well, I've seen these seashells by the Platte River too. It's like, where do the seashells come from? So this, folks, is Commerce City. Oh, this camera's being so fickle. This is Commerce City up here. That's looking back towards Denver. There's our Chernobyl look-alike over there, the Cherokee station, and we're in this weird area over here. There's the... It's like a rubble pile off by the trail. Man, it smells terrible. I know I've said that a lot, folks. All the mutants, you can hear them moving around out here. There's the trail that we've come down. You can barely see any of our landmarks we've been using from here. Although I'm sure if we really angled ourselves, we could see the water tower. There you are. So there's the water tower. And then there's where we're at. Now I'm smelling the Purina plant more than anything. So over there, is probably I don't think we're going to have any way to get there this episode camera-wise. We just don't have the battery life. I lost 2 of my batteries. But that's the Sunoco refineries up there. They have occasionally leaked toxic gas into Denver due to the fault of Excel. It got a muffler there, or some sort of a piping for a car. And like this old waste station here, and it looks like people have managed to evade the same fate as those that live by the river, which is good. I'm really creeped out by how few people are down by that river now. As in, we didn't see a single person. And who knows if anyone's even here. Well, let's get out of here. I think we've seen everything. I don't want to bring attention to the fact there's people there. They can just sleep and be peaceful if they're alive. If they're, God forbid that they would be dead down there, but they look like they're alive. I'm not smelling the stench of a dead body. Just smelling the stink of the dog food factory. And honestly, folks, if they were passed away down there, there would have been a lot more flies on them on a day like today. I hate to sound grisly. It's like the first sign of people I've seen in quite some time up here. And strangely enough, in this creepy area, like, what do you see? Like a group of yuppie-looking people riding by, like totally people you wouldn't expect to be up here in this strange area. Well, one lesson I definitely have learned today is that my new work shoes are terrible for urban exploring. They have come untied so many times a day. And not at work. At work, they stay tied. But while we're out here climbing and doing other things, they are just the bane of my life right now. Okay, so there's the Cherokee station. I've always wanted to get up here. And unfortunately, our battery power is really low. And I won't get much footage up here today, but that's alright. This was more... The journey itself was a destination, my friends. And so, I'm glad that we're up here. Yeah, now there's all sorts of people up here. It was really strangely silent a little while ago. And now there's plenty of people. It's just strange. So then you have your options here. And I honestly don't really know which option we're going to take. You can go this way. And I've never been that direction before. Or if you continue to go this way, it's going to take you down to the Sunoco refineries eventually. This is probably going to be a pretty good spot to end our show today. We'll climb out onto these rocks and kind of survey the area. I feel like I did when on my latest Let's Play of Stalker, like I feel like we're drawing close to, drawing near to the end of this part of our journey. I've always said that I wanted to come up here and get to this reactor here. And look, here we are. So we've pretty much seen the 3 big power plants I know about in Denver, Colorado right now. I don't really know about any other ones besides those. And now it would be pretty easy to cross and climb up onto there, but obviously we're not going to do it. Just kind of wanted to show the river here. And see, people are still camped out down here. They must have just done a sweep of clear down to here. Alright. I'm really going to need a shower when I get home. I'm grungy. Someone lost their big gulp. There's like this little underpass here. Probably a lot of people camped out down there, because it doesn't look like the police's sweep and it goes up this far. So I think we have enough battery power left to kind of take a peek under here and go back the other way and kind of take a peek down there. And I think I'm actually right next to where the bus is going to be, so that'll be good. So if we go this way, oh, someone's getting in an accident over there. So we're on 58th Street. I thought we were a lot further north than that. Alright, so yes, this way continues, and then there's the wastewater treatment. So let's swing back around this way. Actually, I think it's the exact same trail. So a mystery solved there. They don't actually go to different places at all. One just takes you up to the road, presumably so you can cross over to 58th there or whatever. Which I think is what we're going to actually do for today, because I can't really invest too much more time going north. I don't have the battery power to do so. Yep, so there's the trail we came off of. And it looked like you could go 2 different ways over here, but you really can't. They both lead to the same area. This just kind of takes you up onto the roadway with not much of a sidewalk here. Over there's the cemetery where we came out of. And then we're really close to the Cherokee station now on 58th and York. Yikes, we're pretty far away from anything, resembling civilization here, really. But at least we get to close out our episode with a really good shot of the power plant here. I definitely do want to say thank you so much for watching the Grizzled Survivor show today. There's probably going to be clips after this, folks. I do this every week. I always like to get my goodbye in to you folks, while I still have the battery power. And then oftentimes, while I'm walking, I come across something I think is interesting that I feel like you guys need to see. Let's just take a walk to the end of the street here real fast to kind of see where we're at. I mean, this sidewalk's not really too impressive up here, folks. So there's a trail. Once you get away from the ditch over there, the river actually gets quite a bit bigger. Sidewalk got even worse, if that's possible, folks. Alright, I really have no clue where I'm at. Well, you certainly can't go that way now, can you? So I guess we go this way. Certainly more exploration than we would have seen if I'd gone north. But I honestly have no idea where I'm at right now. Like, none. I know I'm at 58th in New York, but the streets up here are a little bit funky from where I'm at. You get me? Ooh, yeah. You see, I'm up here channeling the Macho Man. Yeah. See, I'm crazy. I don't even fucking know where I'm at right now. Just don't listen to me. But thanks for listening to me. It's a very industrial looking area up here, but honestly, I don't know where we're going to connect back to where I want to be. Can only hope that I recognize more streets. It's a private property, no trespassing. But how the hell am I supposed to walk? I guess as long as you're on this side, you're not on private property. But once you're on that side, well, that's certainly why they don't want you trespassing. Look at that. I really do feel like I'm in the Chernobyl zone right now. It's the vehicle graveyard here. Yeah, this very much reminds me of the Chernobyl vehicle graveyard here. Alright, there's a road. Plus, this will kind of help me to get my bearings as to where this area actually kind of goes. Because the last time I came up here, I came off of the river trail and I just didn't come into this area at all. Boat full of tires. Not already see one of those. Even the sun is not very bright right now. I mean, this whole area is very creepy. I know people are like, how can an area like that be creepy? Like, you come up here and walk around. Okay, I took ninjutsu, I took kung fu, and even I get creeped out in areas like this. It's almost like a sort of creepiness that is beyond some sort of old metal plate. Will keep it. It's like the eerie silence, you know, especially in a big city. I think Denver's a city. There's always fucking people. And you get up here, there's nothing. It's just creepy. And yet you hear machines operating. There's got to be people somewhere. Now we're headed west. Okay, so according to the map, I'll actually end up where the bus is going to pick me up anyway, and if even if the bus doesn't come get me up there, I can just start walking back towards where I work until I get to where the bus is going to pick me up. So this way we go. You know, geez, smartphones are so good for navigating, but this does give me a chance to talk about the need. Wow. Apparently God doesn't want me to talk about that. There's a gun show. They need to be able to read a fucking map, folks. You know, basic survival skill is how to read a map. And obviously in a place like this, pretty easy. You got the Platte River back there. You got some landmarks like the fucking station and creepy McFeelton over here. You know, and you use that to navigate. Alright, so we're leaving the station behind and actually headed more west in this area than I've ever gone, which, as I said, kind of achieves the whole dual purpose of kind of updating my mental map as well, as you know, to where this area actually goes, and we're kind of parallel to the Seneca refineries right now. And that trail that we were on eventually does branch off. The South Platte River Trail continues north, and I'm sure it goes pretty far. I have never actually gone up there because the one time I was up here before this, it branches off onto the Sand Creek Trail, which takes you to buy all the industrial stuff, and I wasn't sure where the north part was going to lead us. So we do have plenty of options, plenty more days of exploration up here, obviously. So we're in no danger of running out of areas soon. And don't be envious of me though, urban explorers. We're up in this beautiful area, but look at that hill I have to climb. Oh, folks, this is how I get my exercise, okay? So, strangely enough, I think this here is actually like the northern part of the stockyards. Because I think I see the water tower down there. It's strange. So the Platte River Trail must really diverge off of where you think you end up if that's the same water tower. Because it would seem very strange, honestly. It's got to be a different one. No, that's got to be the same one, I'm pretty sure. Barely see it in the camera there. I can't imagine it would be another water tower that I just have never noticed before, and the wrapping on the pipes looks the same. So, what is that? Oh, and the camera's about to die. What is this? Listen how quiet it is up here. Alright, folks. I'm going to kill the camera for a little while to conserve battery power. Just wanted to show you this view of Denver here. So we're still walking west from where we were. And I think we're about to hit Washington, actually. I just wanted to show you this abandoned shop here. Also wanted to get the official outro recorded here while I still have time here with the battery. So thank you so much for watching. You guys have no idea how much the viewership I get means to me. It encourages me to go out and do things I normally wouldn't do. You know, I just get out of my house, and I do appreciate you all. Thanks for coming with me on these strange journeys we always find ourselves on. And you know, if you like this video, please click the like button. That lets me know that I'm doing something right. If you dislike it, click the dislike button. Honestly, anything's better than no feedback. The fam Castro. And then you know, subscribe if you like it, and you know, just share the video if you like it as well. That way, you know, I can continue to provide you with updates. Despite my recent battles with YouTube, it hasn't stopped me yet. And obviously, I'm getting into a actual, like, an area with stuff up here, so I'm gonna let you guys go for today. Our little post-apocalyptic fantasy's over for now. But thanks again for watching. I really do love my weekends with you. And we'll see you next time. Happy survival.